I've seen one before. Fill me in.
Well, young gentleman in the blue jacket is Steve Pardee.
222 pounds from California, just back from a tour of Europe, Chris Colt. His opponent in this corner, 228 pounds from San Francisco, Steve Pardee.
That's Steve Pardee in the blue, ladies and gentlemen. The other guy in the Technicolor, whatever it is Mr. Christopher Colt from the planet Pluto. I don't believe that jacket and whatever. Is that a growth on his legs, or are those wrestling tights?
Well, I was told you designed his outfit.
KG Chris Colt, the referee for this evening's bouts, National Wrestling Association official, Mr. Luke Brown. Well, Mr. Colt has come back to the Northwest, and he's as flamboyant, even more so than he was when he was here before. It should be quite a bout, Chuck. To the fans that...
Already.
Colt just slapped Pardee in the kisser, and Pardee tore half his Christmas tree off there, it looks like.
He better get his outfit off, or he's not going to have much left. We're ready to roll here.
Don't let that garb fool you. All those star spangles and whatever it is he's got hanging on him. Chris Colt's been in this business about 16 years. And he's nobody to be taken lightly. He's already started on the crowd, and the crowd started on him. Hey, Colt says. He's a crafty veteran of the ring. Pardee better get on his horse and get in there and do something in a hurry, because Colt will get him if he doesn't. There's ringside Rosie. Oh. She just stuck out a rather promiscuous tongue at Mr. Colt. There's a crisscross at full speed. Pardee gets out of the way. Oh, look out! Oh! Pardee going to work right away on that right leg, the left leg of Chris Colt. For the benefit of you fans who are just tuning in, my friend and I are doing what we can tonight. My small way, I'm trying to do the color for the program. We dearly miss Frank Bonema, who is ill. He had a heart attack, but his condition is listed as stable. The young gentleman you saw at the beginning of the show, one of the greatest directors we've ever had in the Northwest, Mr. Chuck Grindell. And Chuck, I'm glad you're here tonight, because I could have never done this without you.
I can't believe that, but thank you very much, Dutch.
It's the truth. You never get any credit for what goes on behind the scenes. You produce, direct, and coordinate that television show of ours, and I don't think I've ever seen a flaw in it. The color is excellent. KCPQ loves you, too. I'm quite sure that you know Mr. Kelly, our illustrious men here at KCPQ Channel 13, the only station in town.
Fine folk up there. Indeed, I do.
I'm glad that we don't have the mic turned on now next to the ring there, because Chris Colt said a few things that can't be repeated to a mixed crowd.
Well, they were cut short as Steve applied pressure to that left knee.
There's a body drop to the inside of that knee. All you fellas that had ligament operations out there, how do you think that feels when somebody puts a knee right in that socket and turns your ankle in on you? There's lots of things you'd like to do, but the pain is sufficient. You can't. Colt did the smart thing. He turned his back away from it.
Lessen the pressure on it and
took the stress off the inside of that leg. Pardee's got the legs crisscrossed and hooked. Let somebody get you down one time. Crisscross your legs like that. Go in behind you. And then scissor one of your arms. See, Pardee's not getting one of the arms. Colt can get loose. If you get the other arm, that'll let you know where the bear goes in the woods.
Oh, crimp his style, huh?
Colt trying to get those ropes, and referee Luke Brown, I think he's going to have to break it up. Asking Pardee to break. He's under the rope.
Clean break.
Clean break. Well, Colt's leg went to sleep on him. He's on the concrete here at ringside.
And that is concrete.
That is concrete. That'll come up to meet you. 9.5 feet from the top ring rope to the concrete. When you go over the top of it, you're catapulting 3 feet over top of that ring rope, so you're going 12 to 13 feet and hitting that when you go over the top rope. Anybody tells you that concrete gives, I defy him to come down and try it. That's where you get shin splints and your feet get hairline fractures in them, but you take them home with you. Nobody ever sees them. And you come back the next day for more.
7 days a week?
7 days a week. These gentlemen are in the ring 7 nights a week and traveling all day long to get to the spots that are designated on their booking sheet. You'll be seeing them in Tacoma here on the 3rd of October, down Longview, Washington. We've got the big card, the super.
Dutch, you see that? He turned away. Steve turned away.
So did I. He's a crafty
Offered a
man.
handshake.
Colt says, I've had enough. Give me a break here. He's going out. He's loafing right now. Anyway, we've got the big card coming up on October the 13th, and guess who's in the main event, Chuck?
Dutch Savage.
Are you ribbing? I wouldn't go near a ring if my life depended on it. I'm retired.
Tell me.
Roddy Piper.
Piper.
Roddy Piper, look out. Pardee tried to jam Colt in the corner there, and Colt wisely got out of the way, and Pardee just got nothing but air and turnbuckle. Now watch Colt go to work on his man's arm. You see Chris hook that leg in there under his arm socket there? He'll straighten that arm out and put the pressure on that elbow joint. Yeah, Roddy Piper in the main event on October 13th against nobody else but the infamous Playboy Buddy Rose returning from New York City. The reason being the fans asked for this.
So this is a fan bout?
The fans requested. We put out a flyer on who they would like to see wrestle in the Pacific Northwest if they had their druthers. Everybody voted for Piper #1, and the one they wanted to see him kick the stuffing out was Playboy Buddy Rose, and we're bringing him back one more time.
Bringing him back from Madison Square Garden, Dutch?
Right. Piper will be coming back from Atlanta and North Carolina and Florida, and Rose will be coming in fresh from Madison Square Garden.
How's he done back there in New York, Buddy Rose?
He's done quite well. He made a couple of mistakes against the Bob Backlund not too long ago here, but you can't keep Buddy Rose down. If Rose loses one match, he'll win 50. I know him. And Piper's the same way. Piper hates to lose. Even at pinochle, he'll kill you over pinochle.
Competitive.
There's Steve trying to roll him up, trying to get the shoulders down for a count. Reached in behind when Brown wasn't looking and got the back of his head. Colt's looking up here at you, Chuck. Did you see what he did? He's asking me.
I didn't see a thing. Did you, Dutch?
Yeah, I saw what he did.
Oh.
Chris isn't a very good Christian, you can tell sometimes, don't you? When it comes to Christian attitude, I think he left it outside. Stevie's got you hooked. There he goes again. He went, Brown caught him. Oh, look out. Luke Brown. 20 years in the business, now a referee.
How many, Dutch?
Over 20 years. He professes to be in the business 20 years, but I saw him long before that. At one time, Mr. Luke Brown weighed 423 pounds. He was one of the original Kentuckians back east. He and Tiny Smith were the old Kentuckians. Tiny Smith, 7'2". Both since have retired. Luke's refereeing and Tiny Smith is booking in New Orleans, Louisiana.
That turnbuckle's getting a workout. Look out. Here comes Pardee.
There's a foot to the midsection. There's an arm whip into the turnbuckle. Look out. Back body drop. Oh. It's hard to get up in the morning when you get one of those, folks. There's an elbow right across the mush. He got that on the chin and the chest. That hurt. Colt's trying to get to those ropes. Did he make it? 1, 2. Yes, he did. The referee's breaking it up. Smart move. There's a forearm to the head. Pardee, when you're wrestling a Chris Colt, you've got to stay awake. There's a sunset flip, 1, 2. He cracked him with those knee sockets right across the ears. 1 minute ago. Still time enough for a pin.
On the bell lap now.
On the bell lap. Colt's making a mistake. He should be trying for a pin. If it was me, I'd be trying for a pin. He must not have heard the time. Following this fall, after we break, we'll be coming out. I should think Sheikh Abdullah Hussein has an interview, so don't go away, folks. Remember, the best professional wrestling TV show in the entire United States of America is at KCPQ, Channel 13, Tacoma, Seattle. You won't find a better one anywhere in the United States of America. Colt took a bad bump through the ropes and out on the floor. Pardee still inside, the referee's counting. There it is, the bell rang, time limit. That's it. I think this is a time limit draw. The time expired.
It is a draw.
All right, time limit draw.
Who do we have coming up for our next match?
Well, one of the participants is going to be the Masked Assassin. And another of the participants is a fellow that I've known for years who appears to have had a change of heart. He's come back into the Northwest, and I think he's changed his attitude in the company he keeps. The Crusher. Stan the Man, there he is.
Stan the Man, and you and I go back a long way with wrestling here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event, be the best 2 out of 3 falls, are to a TV time limit. Introducing in this corner, 244 pounds, the Assassin. His opponent in this corner, 260 pounds, from New York City, Stan Stasiak.
The Assassin, parts unknown, dressed in solid black. He claims to be 240-some pounds. It appears to me that that black covers a little more weight. I'd say he weighs something around 255, 260. Chuckles, what do you think?
Easy, easy.
Big Jose, isn't he? And then we'll go over to his opponent. Stan the Man Stasiak, the Crusher. 6'5", 270 pounds. If he tells you he weighs 250, I'll call him a liar, because I know Stan. He's a horse, and I think the Assassin knows it too. What do you think?
Did you see that move? Now that was smooth.
The referee, Luke Brown, watching the action very carefully. There's a forearm. Whoa. The Assassin bails out of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to hit the Crusher. You're going to have to hit him a lot harder than that to see him get him to register. Stasiak, a huge man, a veteran of the ring wars. He's been around at least 20 years that I know of, and he's still going strong. There's a standing armbar from the inside trying to turn it out. He turns it in. There he kicks the leg up, rolls him over. Excellent move, head scissors. You don't want to try that on your neighbors, folks, unless you know what you're doing. That'll break your wrist.
Dutch?
Yes, sir.
Is it harder to wrestle with all that clothing on?
Some people find it a lot easier to wrestle with it all on. Some people find it a lot harder. For myself, I never could stand anything on except tights and boots. That mask must be extremely hot because those lights there are 120-degree lights. You can imagine what the temperature in the ring is. Look at this. Look at this. We're having a little jousting going on here. I think the Assassin is He's being a little cute. He's capable of a lot more than what he's doing right now.
Watch him. He's not called the assassin for nothing.
You're thinking what I'm thinking, aren't you? There's a hip lock from Stasiak. Took him down, got the arm again. Here at the fans are crying for the heart punch. Stasiak can throw a right hand at your chest, Chuckle. It'll cave in a Mack truck. Tremendous power if he hits you for the chest height. I don't know where he learned to do it, but he has probably one of the hardest punches in professional wrestling today. Straight on, one-on-one.
Where's he from originally?
Originally, Stan Hale's from St. Louis, Missouri. But he came out to the Northwest 2 years ago. He's made this his home now. He lives here in Portland. Stosh is getting ready to retire. I think this may be his last year, so anybody out there that's looking for a man that everybody knows in the Pacific Northwest for a salesman or what have you, Stosh is the guy to see. Couple of forearms to the chin. Was he talking to me?
The assassin just called out your name.
Well, he better say it with eloquence and humility. I have to book all these guys, Chuck. I have to put up with them. Some of them are easy to do business with them. Others would be easy to do business, but make it extremely hard on you.
Let me ask you now, they've been in the ring, in the business for a long time. Other wrestlers we've seen this evening have been a little bit more crafty, a little bit more scientific. They don't seem to be working on one area. They're slugging it out.
They're going after the money. And Stosh will barroom with you any day of the week. You want to throw a shot at him or hit him in the jaw, he'll come right back at you with 6 of them. He's got the assassin backing up now, looking for someplace to go. It's hard wrestling in a stringly big man, because if he lays on you, it'll wear you down really quickly, and that's what he'll try to do, lay on you or hurt you. There's a knee. Look, there's a go for the... Oh!
Quick.
That was a try for the heart punch.
And also for big men, fast.
Yeah. Extremely fast.
All right, we talked about the fact of wearing so much clothing and wrestling. How about getting the holds on a man that wears that much clothing?
Sometimes it's a godsend when you got some clothing on, because when you're sweating, the guy slips out of your hand. When they've got a lot of material on, like they're outside, there goes a judo chop to the throat. Punch to the side of the jaw, slammed his head on the ring apron, back in the ring. When you got all that clothing on, you're a lot easier to get a hold of. I've found it that way, wrestling guys that wear upper body tights. Personally, that's why I never wore them. I got enough to get a hold of when I got all this hair on my body. So when you're wearing a rug like that, you're easy to get a hold of. Sometimes some guys use it as a defense. And this assassin, he doesn't have his name for being a real nice, clean-cut fella, you know.
Stand still outside that ring.
There he goes out again. Banged his head on that ring apron again. There's very little padding. Look at this. Stasiak just gave him a shot to the gut. Look out. Oh! Slammed that shoulder into that turn. No, he hit the post, didn't he?
No, he took on the post. He got him in that post, that left shoulder. He can't even grab the ropes with it.
That's a solid steel post.
Turnbuckle.
And those turnbuckles are wrapped with tape and a little bit of leather, and that's it.
Yeah, but not only that, he took him to the outside of that turnbuckle, so he's hit all metal.
He throws that arm up over your head, whether you know it or not. If you're not fast enough to bring it down, the heart punch is coming right behind that because he got that arm clear. You can't bring your shoulder around and block it. Stasiak's teaming up with all people. Hacksaw Sawyer in Tacoma here.
What's that date?
On the 3rd.
That's at the Bicentennial Pavilion?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Tickets Custom Shirt Shop, 475-6960.
Assassin's going up to the top rope. Watch this. Stasiak looks to be in a little bit of trouble. There's a body. Oh. Right on him. That's 3. That's it. The Assassin takes the fall.
The Assassin.
See, that's why they call him the Assassin. You look like you hurt him. All of a sudden, he turns the tables on you.
All right, the Assassin takes the first fall of this match, and we're going to return to big-time wrestling, the best in Northwest Wrestling, right after this time.
Information to you fans, one of the fastest rising stars in the Pacific Northwest from Atlanta, Georgia, formerly at Tampa University. This is Terry Gibbs.
Well, you know, I appreciate that, Dutch, and, you know, since I've been in the Northwest area, I've had some top matches, like I've said before, out here, and I'm continuing having some top matches. The top caliber wrestlers are right in this area right now, and if you want a shot at a world heavyweight champion, you got to beat somebody in this area. And before I go any further, I'd like to say something about a one Hacksaw Sawyer. You know, after he won that belt from Rip Oliver, Hack Sawyer came right to me and he says, Terry Gibbs, he says, anytime that you want a title match, you've got it. And that is showing a lot of guts and a lot of intestinal fortitude from a guy. And I'm telling you right now, I think he's 100% champion, and he's got a lot going for him, and he's got a lot of class, and I've got a lot of respect for the guy. And if I ever do meet the guy, I will have my P's and Q's ready for that guy.
Well, we're really amazed at your prowess in the ring, Terry. We can see nothing but good things for you, and we understand that you were ranked nationally about 10 or 12 there back in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're looking for about number 5 or 4 spot out of here within 2 or 3 weeks, we hope.
Well, I'm going to give it all I got, okay?
That's all we can expect. Good luck, Terry. Folks, back to Chuck Grindell.
Thanks, Dutch. I just want to say that both Dutch and I filling in this evening for Mr. Frank Bonema, who's been out here for a number of years, and Frank has been taken to Emmanuel Hospital in Portland, Oregon, to the coronary care unit, and both Dutch and I and all the wrestling fans wish him very good luck.
Yes, we do, Chuck. There's the story. The Assassin going to work right away on Stasiak. Look at this. This is more like a Pier 9 brawl. Look at this. Stasiak's hotter than a pistol. He's got the Assassin backpedaling there. Says, okay, you want to punch? Go ahead and punch. Look out. Ooh. Right hand to the side of the ear. Kicked out on 2.
Well, 270 pounds of him has come back.
Yeah, as I was saying before about Frank, for the information of the fans here in Washington and Oregon, Frank is in stable condition, folks. He did have a mild heart attack from the reports we've had. We wish him nothing but the finest. We hope he returns soon. And as far as that goes, I really want to thank you, Chuck, for coming to the rescue of big-time wrestling tonight, because without you, I don't think we could have done this show tonight. We really appreciate it.
Well, Dutch, that's very kind of you. I don't believe that, but thank you very much, sir.
You're modest. Folks, this is the guy behind the scenes. Every show that you see on television, Chuck directs it. You never see him, but he's the guy that makes everything click, all the camera angles, all the announcing, all the fall or all, whatever you do as a television person. Off the top rope.
He's not going to fall for it this time,
That's
Dutch.
what you call getting your innards shook up. Look out, heart punch. Oh, goodbye. It's over. That's it. It's over. You don't walk. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. Stasiak wins that fall.
It's tied up.
I think we're going to stay right here, Chuck, or do whatever you want to do.
Well, we're going to take a timeout because we've got a commercial position.
Good. We're not going to have any more interviews until after this is over.
And the man came out firing in that second match.
The second fall took about 38 seconds from what I saw on the clock. Look out, he tried for that hard punch again, and that Assassin bails out.
Now, we're going to have to play this fall to a TV time limit. Is that correct?
Well, the time we have remaining, according to the timekeeper down there, is 4 minutes. So they've got 4 minutes to try to pin one another. And the Assassin wisely bailed out of the ring to get away from that crusher. Stasiak's got a cut on his stomach. I don't know where he got that from. Oh! Has he got something in his mask, Chuck? Did you? The fans are screaming he's got something in his... Stasiak. Oh, look out. Stasiak in a lot of pain against the rope. Up through a forearm to the chest of the assassin.
I thought the assassin had something in that second fall.
Well, I don't know. I've seen headbutts before, but it bails out again from the hard punch. That's one advantage of wearing full-length tights. You can hide stuff. There's a hard shot to the side of the head. Forearm to the back. Look out, Hart. Out he goes again. This guy's fighting for time. He's stalling. Referee Luke Brown counting. Don't forget, folks, on the 13th, Rowdy Piper and Playboy Buddy Rose. There's another headbutt. That looked a little low, Chuck.
That hurts, Stan.
Oh, there's a good shot to the gut. That doubled me up. I even felt that one. Stasiak just hit the assassin and hurt his hand. What's going on here? The referee has grabbed him. He's checking that mask. Referee says continue. Another headbutt. Trying for the pin. 1, 2. Stasiak kicks out on the count of 2. Boy, this is a Pier 9 brawl. There's a shot to the kidneys. You can't turn your back on this business, folks, or you'll get hit. Try for the hard punch. He bails out again. Stasiak's been around too long to go for any of the assassin's shenanigans. If he's got something in that mask, that referee's going to disqualify him if he finds it. There's a kick to the stomach. Hard shot. Oh.
All right, there's the Bell Lab, Dutch, and it is a ballroom brawl. They're exchanging blows.
Stasiak tried for a pin. Assassin kicked out. Every time Stosh goes for that hard punch, out he goes. He got one of them in that second fall. I don't think he wants to take another one. That'll knock the wind out of you in a heck of a hurry. This has turned into a slugfest. The referee's just letting them go. Sometimes you just can't control them. You have to let them go. Oh, Stasiak's taking him to the wood barrel. Look out. Out he goes again. That's exactly what he's doing, Chuck.
He doesn't want any part of that, and I don't blame him. I'd take the easy way out, too. But he's got to come back. We've got less than a minute, Dutch.
We've got less than a minute. You're right.
There's the bell.
There's the bell.
Yep.
They're going to fall a piece. Hold on. They're still going to go at it. I think this bout is a time limit draw, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see.
You're both had a fall apiece time limit draw.
You're right. And we don't have any more commercial positions, so we're going to hold it right here.
And we've got an interview coming up with Rip Oliver and the Assassin, so they should be on their way out here right about now, Chuck.
Dutch, you've got a great fall lineup coming up, and you've mentioned several dates. You got any more? You've got any more dates that you like to talk about?
Right, we have an extremely important card coming up in Yakima, Washington. One time and one time only. Rowdy Piper is going to be in Yakima on Monday, October the 11th at 8 p.m. at J.M. Perry Institute. Rowdy Piper is teaming up with Hacksaw Sawyer, the new champion, to go against Oliver and Abdullah the Butcher. Also on that card, Rob Ellering, Rogers, Chris Adams is coming back to the Northwest, and a host of others.
And tickets available at Taco Time?
Taco Time South First. Watch Jack Webb.
All right, you've got your interview up here.
You want to do this, Chuck?
You go ahead. You're a good man at it. And...
ladies and gentlemen, this is Rip Oliver and his partner, the Assassin, Did you know on the 13th, Mr. Oliver, that Rowdy Piper is coming back to Seattle? He's going to be in a match against your former teammate, Playboy Buddy Rose, and you guys are going to have your hands full with your opponents that night.
Savage, I heard you say this is a fans match. All the people wants to see Buddy Rose and the man, Rowdy Piper, in the ring in Seattle. The people asked for this. Well, the reason why the people asked for this is the behavior that the Army has been doing. They've called Piper to come in to try to help them clean house. Maybe I got one step ahead of you, fans. Buddy Rose, he's right the top rank too, baby. And Piper, when he meets you in the ring up there, it's going to be all over for you. And there's another good smart move on the promotion and Hack Sawyer to bring in Rowdy Piper and Buddy Rose and take me. But Hack Sawyer, I'm still going to be following you, boy. You got something that belongs to me. So don't think that I'm going to be slacking off your area in one bit, because I'm going to be right on your butt everywhere until I get a hold of you again, boy.
Well, that's it, fans. Thank you. We have to wrap it up. And don't forget, October 13th, Seattle Center Arena. Chuck Grindell, why don't you say goodnight to these folks?
Thank
A man who brings his own hammer, if you will, to his matches. He calls it the Hogan hammer. We're talking to Dizzy Hogan.
You know, Frank, it's a real pleasure to be here. I couldn't be happier. A lot of things going on here, you know. Talk about loser leave town matches. Talk about cage matches and strap matches and all kind of matches. People getting hurt. A lot of people being injured, but you see the Hogan hammer just keeps right on tucking along, you know. What do you think about that?
Wow.
You know, the people have been coming up to Dizzy Hogan saying, Dizzy, how come you don't have all the titles, baby? How come you don't have the title shots? You know, how come you're not the champion yet? But it's all up here, baby. Dizzy Hogan is calculating and is planning every step of the way and at the right time and in the right place and on the right day. Dizzy Hogan will be the man of the hour, Frank. He will be the man of the hour, and I will reign supreme, baby! Back that camera off. Get a shot of this body. You know I'm starting to impress myself, Frank. I'm looking so good. Check it out, baby. Look at that thing.
The California Muscle Man out of Venice and pumping himself up in more ways than one, I think.
You know, baby.
Man with a Hogan hammer, Dizzy Hogan.
Whoa, look at that arm, baby.
It's a lot of arm. Certainly can't deny that. Woo, I tell you, that man is wild, and what hurts or might scare you a little bit, when you stand up next to him, he is so big, and it is muscles big. You know what I'm saying? Whew. I'm really happy. Big Time Wrestling coming into Mapton. When I worked in the Tri-Cities and up in Sunnyside, I think it was when I was at KREW in Sunnyside that I did the umpiring some high school baseball games around that part of the country. Used to go to Mapton. Remember Mapton, Opportunity, what else? Granger, Grandview. Am I right about Granger? Sounds familiar. Know about Findlay. We wrestle there now, too, on a regular basis. Jack Webb, incidentally, over in the east side of the mountains. Out of Yakima, the Tri-Cities, Lewiston, Idaho. Jack Webb will keep you up to date on what's happening your way, and there are some things coming your way. West side of the mountain, you see us on Q13, KCPQ. And a quick reminder again that on April 24th, one time only, Big Time Wrestling will be seen at 10 in the morning. It'll be moved up 2 hours, be on at 10 in the morning. You've got another program going on there at that time. If you would like to write a letter to KCPQ, tell them that you enjoy wrestling, and we would appreciate it if you do, because it never hurts. So have the station know that there's a lot of fans out there, so the more you write, the better it is, and the more assured you are of getting your wrestling show. It's 4400 4400 Stillicum Boulevard Southwest. Another address you can use, P.O. Box 98828. P.O. Box 98828, Tacoma, Washington. And either address that you use, the zip code is 98499. That's Tacoma, Washington, 98499. But, of course, with that new antenna, with Kelly Broadcasting in there taking over Q13, signal booms all over the place. Vashon Island, out in the Olympic Peninsula, up to Everett and beyond, all over. So You might drop a letter to Q13, 4400 Stillicum Boulevard, Southwest. If you didn't get that, it's P.O. Box 98828. P.O. Box 98828, Tacoma 98499.
4 minutes.
Well, this by necessity is to a TV time limit. And so as we roll along, time runs out on wrestling time that is remaining. They're going at it. Regal backs Borne into a corner. Gonna whip him right toward the camera and catch him in the midsection with a knee lift. It's all even at a fall apiece. The heat has not subsided one whit, neither one of these men.
3 minutes remaining. 3
They're
minutes.
after each other. Just remember, in this case, as the time winds down, as the time winds down, there'll be no interference from the Army. They are not in the building tonight. They're not even in the Northwest. Oliver and Rose are out of town, to say the least. Ooh, knee lift right to the point of the chin. Turnbuckle treatment. A shot, Borne coming back. They're both throwing punches. Flurry of blows by Regal on Borne.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Body slam, covers with a body press. He's just able to kick out of it. And a knee up that's spun. Regal now. Taken back off the top ropes. Regal thinks he has the win. He arched back. He came off the top rope, but his shoulders were down. Matt Borne gets the win. Regal thought he had the win. Regal thought he had the win. He says, I got my feet up. He did not suplex me. He says, I know, but when you went back, both shoulders were down. Here comes Borne after him again. Borne going after him. Borne has won it. Borne has won it by a pinfall. And he's already going to be hit with a pine, I'm sure. Rocky Johnson out of the dressing room, and with that, Matt Borne will scurry. We don't get much time. We get a couple minutes once in a while to talk, and I just want to say this. On the air, it'll be on tape. This is the man that single-handedly brought professional wrestling back in the state of Washington some 7-8 years ago. It was pretty well gone, big time, put it together. That Savage brought Major League Pro Wrestling back, and I just wanted to say thank you for that. I know you got a few things for the fans.
Well, thank you, Frank. Sometimes I get chewed out by a lot of the fans. Everybody takes their frustrations out on me. If they see me walking around the arena, they figure I can do something about the matches that are transpiring in the ring, and I can't. I'm not going to get up there. I'm getting too old for that. I've retired, folks. I am no longer in active combat. Don't even ask me. I don't want to go. Enough. 20 years was enough. I do want to take this opportunity to thank a gentleman on March the 5th, the Seattle PI. John Owen did a write-up, was on the front page of the sports section. It's the first time in many, many moons that the PI has done anything positive on us. And I would like to thank Mr. Owen. He was at ringside. He watched the matches. He watched our fans. He watched our men in the ring. And I would say that the write-up he gave us was quite productive. We're extremely happy with it. Next time, Mr. Owen, if you would, mention Channel 13, because they're the people that present big-time wrestling in the Seattle-Tacoma area. KCBQ, again, we can't thank you enough. you people, we keep asking you about letters and things that we'd like to have you do about writing in. They don't know, folks, how many of you are really out there. You shut-ins, you ladies and gentlemen that can't get down to the arenas in Washington and Oregon. They don't know how many of you people are out there. Now, if you'll just take the time, I know 20 cents is a lot for a stamp, and the Postal Service is horrendous. If you'll just write in, let them know. It counts. If you don't get an answer, it doesn't mean it doesn't count. It's like your vote. You never know whether it's going to count until the guy gets elected. And you folks up in Canada, we appreciate, we love you. And to my lovely mother, Catherine Loretta O'Hara Stewart up in Bellingham, Washington, my brother Bobby, I love you. Good night. Thanks, folks.
Thank you, Dutch. Well, we are going to keep it right here. We only have one match tonight, but what a humdinger it is going to be. At least if it isn't, it will shock the pants off of yours truly. Ric Flair, the world champion, coming to town. Oh, incidentally, we were talking there about Q13. They're very important to us, of course. If you want to drop them a card or a letter, and we certainly would appreciate it, 4400 Steilacoom Boulevard, Southwest. Or you could just put P.O. Box 98828. P.O. Box 98828, Tacoma, Washington. And either way, 4400 Steilacoom Boulevard, Southwest, or the post office box number. The zip is 98499.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event will be the best 2 out of 3 falls or to a TV time limit. A relay team match. Introducing in this corner the team of Playboy Buddy Rose and Rip Oliver. Their opponents in this corner, the team of Hack Sawyer and Rocky Johnson.
Now we're giving you things to make note of. I'll repeat again. Q13, the address there, 4400 4400 Steilacoom Boulevard, Southwest. Everybody in the Puget Sound area knows how to spell Steilacoom. Or Post Office Box 98828. In either case, you write then Tacoma, Washington, the zip code 98499. Now, if you drop them a card or letter, you don't have to go on glowing terms. Just say, we appreciate wrestling. We're glad that it's on every noon. And you might want to add, no, you don't have to. But I do want to remind you, on April 24th, we'll be seen at 10 in the morning instead of noon. The special Ellen King Tennis Classic on. That is on April 24th. So you tune in 2 hours earlier that one time only. Okay? Thank you. And now, while you got your paper out, your piece of paper rather, and pen or a pencil, write down area code 206. And write down this phone number. If you're in any kind of organization, know anybody in an organization that would like to sponsor a big-time wrestling card, there are a few dates open, not many. There are a few open dates. And if you would like to get in on the sponsorship, and if you happen to be listening down in Oregon, you can do this too. But it's area code 206-686-3085. 686-3085. Please call Monday through Friday. The office is closed Saturday and Sunday. You will be given details on how you can sponsor a card and raise some money. The proceeds going to your club, organization, Letterman's Club, whatever it might be. Area code 206-686-3085. It's big time wrestling. Oh, a lot of things going on. It's going to be a great spring. Double slingshot, Oliver. Rocky Johnson catches him with a hip toss. And a flying drop kick. Arm drag slam all on Oliver. By Rocky Johnson. Rocky teaming with Hacksaw Sawyer. Sawyer, the current heavyweight champ of the Pacific Northwest. New faces showing up in the Northwest. This week, as a matter of fact, we will not be seeing him on television, but Johnny Rogers, sensational young wrestler out of Georgia, is going to be making his debut this week throughout the state of Washington. Dandy Sandy Barr is your referee. The champ is coming to town. I know, among other places that he'll be appearing in Longview. Talking about Ric Flair. Jack Webb will keep you up to date on cards coming into Eastern Washington, particularly Yakima at the J.M. Perry Institute. You watch us there over Channel 29. You also get us down to Tri-Cities and in Lewiston, in Idaho. Playboy, Buddy Rose. In against Rocky Johnson, two former United States heavyweight champions. Hacksaw Sawyer in the background, the youngest ever Northwest heavyweight champion, and just think he is in line to be potentially one of the challengers. That didn't work, buddy. Rocky a step ahead every time. I'm not sure, but I believe when Buddy won that U.S. title about 3 years ago that he won it from Rocky Johnson. The tag, Rip Oliver and the Ripper taken to the mat. The arm drag slam, and here comes Hacksaw. There's a tag, and he's coming with a knee drop across the arm, flying from up on top of that top turnbuckle. The little man becomes big up there. He is a whirling dervish, super agility. He won the title in a battle royal, first time ever in the Northwest. Back in, I believe, December. First time ever that a battle royal decided who the heavyweight champion was. Hacksaw won it, and he has defended it a number of times successfully since then. And now he is in line with the world champ coming in. Timing couldn't be better. Hack Sawyer in against Rip Oliver, the Army Oliver, and the General Buddy Rose. Against Hack Sawyer and Rocky Johnson, best 2 out of 3 falls, or to a TV time limit, and the promotion has decided to put this match as the only match on TV. We do have a standby bout. We have a standby match in the event of an early finish. Rocky back in for his team. He's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Hank Sawyer comes from St. Petersburg, Florida. Oddly enough, so does Rip Oliver. So Sawyer has been knowing about Oliver for some time. Says, I never did like him when I was just a wrestling fan. And I don't like him now. Of course, you know, if you don't know about Playboy Buddy Rose, you've been on a planet in outer space somewhere for the last 8 years. He is screaming about wanting a shot at Ric Flair, the title holder. Buddy Rose gets the referee's attention, and Hacksaw Sawyer takes the advantage of making a change in the ring without the tag. Sandy Barr says, well, they could have tagged. It's possible, so I'll allow it. And they're going to switch again. Buddy Rose having a little bit of his own medicine poured down his gullet. Not too happy with it. This is the kind of tag team wrestling we remember from years ago. The Von Steiger brothers were very, very good at this sort of thing. Keep the man in your third of the ring. Got to cut the ring up in thirds diagonally. And try to keep him in your third, or even fourths if you want it. And keep him in that corner that is your quarter of the ring. That way, if you get in trouble, you can tag out easily. You get the other man in trouble, he cannot tag out. He is 2/3 to 3/4 of the distance of the ring away from his corner. And in and out, in and out, in and out. They've gone now more to muscle and brutality in tag team wrestling than they used to. I think we had as much brutality, but they just use more strategy. So far, Rocky and Hack, who have only wrestled together a couple times, are showing pretty good strategy. Oliver and Rose have wrestled together a great deal. And you see Oliver trying to get over to where he can tag. Couldn't make it work. Well, he got a little smart. Got physical with referee Sandy Barr. Barr sent him flying nearly into the front row seats. We're in the first fall action of the match on today's Big Time Wrestling. Frank Bonema calling the action for you. Happy to be doing so. He thinks he tagged. He was on the bottom rope. He was feet not on the mat. It's disallowed. Sandy Barr said I didn't see the tag, so he sends Hack out. And it's Rocky Johnson back in. Buddy Rose from Las Vegas, Nevada. Called by some who visit there frequently, Lost Wages, Nevada. Could have a pin. I think we might have had. If not for Rose's help. Buddy Rose grabbed by the referee and held it by Hacksaw. 1, 2, and he gets the shoulder up. He's got a hammerlock underneath him. 1, 2. Not quite enough leverage to keep both shoulders down. Gets it up. sidling down the ropes, trying to get Barr's attention. This man not able to do anything right then, but he might set up something here where he keeps getting Barr's attention, where he does allow his partner. All that time, pulled out that taped thumb, shot it in on Rocky's rib, broke the hold. Rocky Johnson caught in the arm bar. Crowd picks up the chant, Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. We're in first fall action of our main event, the only match on tonight's card. Quick takedown to tag. Here comes Hacksaw. Knee lift to the midsection, whip into the near neutral corner. Goes in the corner, brings him out with a monkey flip. Roundhouse right and a standing drop kick. Covers with a body press, hooks the outside leg, but catches a kick. Oliver interfering from outside. Oliver in, Rose out. Kick up underneath the arm. Sawyer caught the chin lock from behind Rip Oliver. Working on the chin lock. Hacksaw Sawyer right there. Current Northwest champion. Teamed with Rocky Johnson against Oliver. And a Playboy on the tag. Playboy gets a cheap shot in. Oliver held. A kick delivered by Rose. Stomp to the throat. Sit-out backbreaker coming up. Yes. Whoa, and into the ropes. Almost over that top rope. Hack Sawyer's hurting. Playboy with the whip. Catches him in the air. Shoulder throw backdrop. Buddy Rose doing a little challenging with the mouth anyway. For Rocky Johnson about, let's get in there, we'll do some boxing. You may want to remember Rocky Johnson, 3 years. The on-staff sparring partner to Muhammad Ali. Back to belly suplex. Covers him with a body press. 2 and no. Thought he had him, but he didn't. And Hacksaw's hurt and he wants to get out there. He made the tag. Here comes Rocky. Drop kick. With Rose down on the floor. Roundhouse right on Oliver. He's flailing away on him. Again. Whoa. Catches a knee in the back. Rocky backbreaker. 1, 2, and Oliver. I thought Oliver had the pin. Oliver used Rose's favorite hold. He's wrapped up in a small package. Rocky Johnson with the inside cradle small package to pin Oliver. Rocky Johnson, the small package inside cradle, pinfall, took a backbreaker from Oliver, which is Rose's favorite hold. But it looked like it was effective enough to do him in. It was not. Johnson with one quick move, cradled him, rolled him over. And our main event is into the second fall. First fall going to Sawyer and Johnson. Rocky against the Ripper. Side headlock. Rocky Johnson taken into the enemy corner and slammed in the turnbuckle. Oliver out. Playboy in, and he was playing a little possum. Rocky Johnson grabbed him with a headlock as it came in. He was not as hurt as he appeared to be. High tackle. Rose goes down. Gets up, caught in the air, body slam. Buddy Rose body slams and then misses a foot stomp. Between the legs, gets caught. Coming up behind with a roundhouse right, a left and a right to the ample abdomen on the Playboy. 3 jabs. Turnbuckle treatment. Buddy Rose back into the eyes of the North Carolinian. The tag, Rose out, Oliver in. Out of the side headlock. Knee drop. Cuts that outside leg. Boyle kicks off it. Knee drop right between the shoulder blades. Foot stop. Same place. Up into the back of the head. The tag, they're going to double team on the switch. Oliver holding. Rose with a kick to the ribs. Foot stop again. Foot stop again. Side of the head. Rocky in trouble. Oliver outside the ring looking on. Buddy Rose raining blows to the head. And Rocky Johnson, Rocky is hurt. Hit to the top of the head, and I don't think that's having much effect. Now he's trying to open a cut. He's trying to cut him open. Oliver taking the tag. He's on the second turnbuckle. And drives home with a right cross. Covers with a body press. Working on the head. They're trying to draw blood now. Rocky back with a shot, but not much effect to the midsection. Eddie Rose from outside the ring. They're working on Rocky Johnson in their corner. Got a face lock. Buddy Rose with the face lock, and the blood is coming now. They've opened the cut on the head of Rocky Johnson. Johnson and Sawyer won the first fall. We are in second fall action. This is big-time wrestling. Glad to have you with us. From Idaho to the Pacific Ocean, from the Oregon border up into British Columbia, other parts of Canada, Alaska. Oliver is in, Rose is out, and Oliver catches the shot from Rocky. Chin lock from behind. Knuckles in the eyes of Oliver. They are knee to knee now, up on their feet. Watch out. Flying tackle. Rocky a little bit out of control himself, went down. Whoa! Rocky went for the body slam. Oliver got him off balance, and I thought he was going to have the pin there for a moment. Oliver needs out. He's hurting. Rocky makes it. The Hacksaw. Hacksaw working downstairs. The whip to the far neutral corner. Katie by the door. Here comes Hacksaw. Over the top rope, down on the floor. Buddy Rose got untied from the ropes just in time. Hacksaw flew over the top rope, down on the cement floor. He is rubbery leg. Johnson picks him up, walking him around a little bit, talking to him. Can't tough it out. It's going to last a few seconds, you'll be all right. He's picked up on the outside of the apron. Suplex. 1, 2, and this match is not even. I thought that was it. Watch out, everybody's in the ring. It looked like Oliver got him with the thumb in the throat. Whatever the case, Oliver hooks the outside leg and gets the pin. A bit of money. Did a pretty good job. So find out about it, but do it in a hurry because, quite frankly, there are a lot of organizations that want to sponsor big-time wrestling cards. So you want to be among the first to get in. We're all even. Fall apiece. A final match of the evening, quite naturally. Remember the folks at KCPQ particularly, they are our headquarters station, if you will, there. The station that covers all of Western Washington up into Canada for us. Out of the Puget Sound area, KCPQ. Offices in Tacoma, Washington. Well, there's a little disagreement with the referee over in the corner. Sandy Barr. Now we got a little hassle here. Rose got the pin. I think Hacksaw was saying something. Maybe he was trying to say that Rose didn't get it. Oliver did. least I know he wants to get at him. I think that's... they're okay. What we were telling you, what we thought from outside the ring, Oliver, when the referee's back was turned, he was taking Rocky Johnson, and Oliver hit him with a thumb. That right thumb that is taped in the controversial manner, but so far nobody's been able to get a commission ruling to take it off. He claims that his doctor in Florida has ordered him to keep it taped that way, so he won't re-injure it as he did a few years ago. They lock up, front headlock, turns it over and drops, reverse chin lock and drops to the mat. Hacksaw aware of where he was, got a foot on the rope. Rocky Johnson in to give him a hand anyway to whip. Oliver in, Buddy Rose out. Hacksaw trying to get over to tag his partner. Rocky Johnson yelling that he's choking with that headlock. Oliver trying to block, continue to block. Hacksaw from getting over and tag Rocky. There's a tag, but he's got to have one hand on the turnbuckle when he makes the tag. He walked down the rope a few steps, and that is not legal. One headlock, actually, I think French Chancery. Rose now pushing with a foot. A lot of extra leverage that way. Sandy Barr ordering Johnson out of the ring. You see Rose again getting that extra leverage. The cut is still open. And Rocky Johnson almost got to Rose. Rose didn't see him coming. We are in third and deciding fall action. Johnson and Sawyer team won the first one. The Army won the second. And the Army now has Hacksaw in there in trouble. Suplex. Belly to belly. Yes, he's going for it. He might be trying to get him where his feet hit the ropes. Or he might be working. He might have been working to drop him over the top rope. And he had it reversed on him. The only trouble is Hacksaw fell out of control. Well, we've got everybody in the ring now. Back and forth they go. Sandy Barr just taking laps around the ring, trying to keep the wrestlers of record in, the other two out. Oliver going for the tag. Gets it from Rose, so he comes in. Turnbuckle treatment hard for the kid from St. Petersburg. The champ. He's the Northwest title holder. Sawyer trying to get over for the tag. He stopped short. The whip. Oh! Flying elbow smash. Caught him right in the point of the chin. Rocky Johnson in to save what would be a sure tag. They're double teaming in the corner. Unloads, and Rose got the punch from Oliver. He grabs a leg, hooks him. 1, 2, 3. Sawyer gets the pin on Buddy Rose. Oliver unloaded and missed. Sawyer got out of the way, decked Rose, and they beat him in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Is it time to go back to the studio, Mr. Director? We're holding it here. See the argument. I'm going to hold it here a minute because I don't know if all the fisticuffs are over or not. The crowd is down around ringside. Oliver's trying to claim that Hack Sawyer used karate. And now Johnson is explaining exactly what did happen. Buddy Rose took Hack Sawyer over into the corner. Oliver was going to waylay him, belt him one, swung, and he really swung hard. Hacksaw got out of the way, belted Rose. Then all Hacksaw had to do was roll him up, grab an outside leg, and get that count of 1, 2, 3. So Sawyer and Johnson. Now you got the other twosome.
You know, Frank, a good friend of mine, Rocky Johnson, I've watched him for a couple of years on the tube all over the nation. And, you know, Matt Borne and Rose, they're telling everybody in Seattle, Washington, today asked for this match. Well, all you people out there in Washington know they didn't ask for this match. And me and Rocky know. But make a long story short, it's going to be a sweet and short match, thanks to my good friend, Rocky.
Right on, brother. You got that right. Make a long story short, we're going to get down, brother, because we sick and tired. Like my main Hack said, that they got on here and say they challenged us. There ain't nobody challenged us, brother. We challenged them, and we're just going. This is just a start for this army, because when we can beat these two jerks, and then we're going to take to the rest of the army, and then we're going to go through them like a dose of Epsom salts. Because I'm sick and tired. I'm speaking on behalf of my friend Hack. He's sick and tired of being a nice guy, because being a nice guy, you get these, Frank, or you get these, and I'm sick and tired of man going to dinners every week and to the doctor. So now it's getting right down to the nitty gritty. These guys want to play rough. Then I'll tell you what we're going to do, brother. We're going to fight fire with fire, so they better bring all kinds of fire, because I got Wildfire right here with me, brother. And hey, I want to say this. We're not out here bragging. We got confidence in ourselves, because we work out in this ring here every day, me and Hack, trying to learn new things, trying to get our heads together. When he's flipping, I want to be flopping. You understand what I'm saying? Because, brother, like I said, we had it and we're fed up.
Okay, that's it. These two guys, a new team, but what kind of team, huh? Thank you very much. Hacksaw, Champ, Rocky, thank you. Ooh, that a title on the line. Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship. Held by a lot of great ones over the years. Hack Sawyer. It's the first belt he's won, and that's not too difficult to understand. He won it when he was 20. He's turned 21 since winning it, I believe. At either age, 20 or 21, the youngest ever Pacific Northwest title holder. A lot on the line in this match, a lot on the line in any title bout, but maybe more so than ever with the world champion Ric Flair coming to the Northwest. Sandobar, the referee, I was giving the instructions, now seem to be listening. Hacksaw, the champ, slimming the arm for the traditional handshake. Hogan wants no part of it. Best 2 out of 3 falls. For the title, the singles belt up for grabs. Not just sure what the threat was. Hogan had something to say and then posed. Hacksaw posed and got a louder round of applause. At any rate. Into the corner, Hogan catches the top turnbuckle. He tripped over Hacksaw. Hacker getting out of the way. Hogan into the ropes. Sandy Barr insisting Hogan keep his hand open. If you're making a fist, then that is illegal to hit with a fist. And the little man who has to give away size to everybody he wrestles, showing that speed and agility can make up. Sandy, I don't know if that's where I'd want to be standing in this particular situation. Hogan saying, stand still. Get in the middle of the ring. Stand there. Now it's nose to nose and talking. And a little shove, and then a drop kick. Did you see the height? He got up, kicked him high on the shoulders and was kicking down. I tell you, Hacksaw jumps higher than he stands. And Hogan wants to complain about something. He's calling the referee over. And come here, he pulled my hair. Did something dastardly at any rate. And we get a clean break. A little bit surprised, but I think Hogan thought that Hacksaw might be looking for him. Now we're in that same situation again. And this time on a break, he catches him. Forearm smash. And a little posing by the man from Venice, California. Hogan hammer. What he's telling him about the strong right arm, the full Nelson. And that right arm is what you have to look out for from Hogan. He's doing a lot of talking and posing, but believe me, he can hold his own in the ring. On drag, slam, and again, his problem right here is catching up with the champ. Hogan, a little upset. Crowd across the way giving him some lip that he doesn't appreciate. Hey, Hacksaw going in the corner after him. He's on him. He's all over him. They still have seen much wrestling. But the tempers are getting a little bit hotter each passing minute. Hacksaw taking a lot of mouth. His opening gambit here has been to stay away and infuriate Hogan. But he might be falling trapped to the same thing himself, and he might be getting a little impatient. Let's see what Hacksaw does. If he wants to perturb Hogan, he's been working it right. And now he wants to go at him. Gets caught in the middle of the ring and body slam. And he is in turn picked up and slammed. Hacksaw Sawyer slamming the challenger to the mat. Frank Bonham calling the action. As I do every week on Big Time. Hope that you enjoy it. Hope that you drop a card or a letter to the station on which you're watching. And if that is in Western Washington, it's KCPQ. Q13 with addresses in Tacoma. P.O. Box 98828. Q13, P.O. Box 98828, Tacoma 98499. The zip code 98499. Or you can write to 4400 Stillicum Boulevard, Southwest. 4400 Stillicum Boulevard, Southwest, Tacoma 98499. And we'd appreciate it very much if you would drop a card or a letter to the people, let them know you like the show. It always helps let management know. Over on the east side of the mountains, or the mountain, shall we say, now that St. Helens has interjected itself very much on the scene again. You can write to KIMA out of Yakima, KEPR, and Kennewick or Blue, KLEW, and Lewiston. They lock up middle of the ring. Forearm smash back of the head. Another one by Hacksaw. A third on Hogan. Drop kick standing. That one he planted on the chin, I do believe. Coming off the ropes, no. Double knee knocker. And the champ has got the challenger groggy. Let's see if he can put him away for a pinfall. That next match on top, the top bout in the next card in Seattle is going to determine who gets to meet the world champ there, I understand. More on that later. Or watch the newspapers. Watch for the window cards. Additional test of strength, the locking of the hands in the middle of the ring. This might be expected. A larger man getting the advantage. Hogan driving Sawyer down to one knee. Now both knees. Is he going to take him all the way to the mat? He's having trouble getting him any farther down. And Hacksaw's coming back. Hacksaw's to his feet. Step over, grab the arm bar, and a kick trip takedown. More of a knockdown than a takedown. Circle in, leg dive, went for the leg dive, caught a kick up underneath the sternum, I believe. Oh, he's going to drop him the throat over the top rope. He did. Hogan got Sawyer up, dropped him with the throat over the top rope, and down he went. And I'll tell you, the fact that Barr is warning, referee Sandy Barr warning Hogan about it, might have saved Hacksaw, because I can believe if he'd have followed up right away, he could have pinned him. Coming over the top. No, rolling up. Hogan, twice now, may have had the pin. He's taken over. 1, 2. And he gets the pin with it. Most colorful champion we have had in a long, long, long time. And many say one of the most talented, and that he might hold that title for some time. But when a man is that much more in demand than even the world champion just because of the belt, means he may not get around to the Pacific Northwest that much. If he can go into the big buildings like Madison Square Garden or something, and we're unable to get the Dome up there in Seattle, put that kind of a crowd in there, it may be a while before we see him again. You never know. So take the opportunity to see guys like Ric Flair, the heavyweight champion of the world. And I think with the caliber of wrestler we have in the Northwest, you talk about Rose and Borne, whether you like them or not, give them credit for talent. And Hacksaw Sawyer and Rocky Johnson. That title just may change hands for the first time ever here in the Pacific Northwest. There was a change of the World Tag Team titles once in Portland, and I think a number of years ago in Seattle. In both cases, technicalities forced the belts to go back to their original owners. But there's a good chance, and I'll tell you that Seattle Center Arena, I'm sure, is going to be full. So for all the special bouts that we've got coming up, starting with the one this week, so call Fidelity Lane Ticket Office. Get your tickets early. For Longview, it's the Locker Room. And is he choking him? Yes. You can get that hold underneath the chin and lift a man up. It is a legal hold. That time he had the thumb around the throat. Whip, kicked in the midsection by Hogan. Covers for the body press, could be all even. No. Sawyer won the first fall with a small package over the challenger. He's got what looks like a front chancery, but a lot of fans are saying it's a chokehold. Sandy Barr, quite frankly, I believe, is looking at the wrong side to be able to determine if it's choke or not. At any rate, he's not calling anything. Well, it apparently is a clean hold. Barr down where you can get a good look at it now. From where he's looking at it, it appears to be clean. Hogan lifted. Dropped to the mat. Flying forearm smash by Hacksaw. Coming at him again. He went for the flying body press, got caught in the air, and his power slam. Power body slam into the canvas, and that'll even it all up. Hacksaw going for a flying head scissors and just didn't quite have enough to get it done. Hogan winning the second fall. It's all even.
To a lot of other people. Talking about TR Tommy Rogers. Tommy, welcome to the Northwest.
Well, thank you, Frank, and it's good to be here. I've made wrestling my career all through high school, college. I've done very, very good as far as wrestling. I broke into professional wrestling out of college, and I went to Georgia. I was a successful wrestler in Georgia. And I just want to prove to the people of the Pacific Northwest that I can be successful and a good competitor as far as wrestling, because this is one of the hot spots in wrestling today. And I just hope that I can prove to the people that I can be successful and a good competitor in the ring.
Well, you certainly come to the place, and you've come at the right time, because not only do we have tough competition here, but we've got even more coming in with the likes of Dave Schultz. I don't know why I say that's going to be Dutch Schultz before we're done, I think. But anyway, it's tough around here. You've come to the place to really hone yourself. I've seen you in action in your debut, and you look great. So once again, welcome.
Thank you very much, Frank. And I'd just like to say hello to all the people of the Pacific Northwest, and I hope to see a lot more of them. I hope they can stand behind me 110%, because that's what I give in the ring, 110% at all times.
Tommy Rogers. Don't forget that name. Tommy, thank you.
Is my microphone working? There it is. I think the response from some of the young ladies around ringside tell you that at least in their hearts, Tommy Rogers is going to be pretty popular, and I think all of the different types and levels of wrestling fans are going to like that young man. Went to Georgia. I think he went to Southern Mississippi and then on to Georgia, and in both levels of competition was very, very successful in football as well as in amateur wrestling. We were talking a little earlier. We got a moment. Just give you another quick shot. The man's name is Dave Schultz, and I don't know why. I just keep thinking it's going to come down to being Dutch Schultz, but maybe not. Certainly by the look on his face and his size, 260 pounds, we're going to call him what he likes to be called, more than likely. Remember that phone number again if you'd like to sponsor a card for your group, club, organization, whatever. Call Monday through Friday only, please. Area code 206. This is the Big Time Wrestling office. They can give you the information on how to sponsor a card. Area code 206-686-3085. 686-3085. 3085. Remember, folks, in Western Washington on April 24th, Q13 will have us on the air at 10 in the morning instead of our regular noon time. I understand one time only. We're preempted by a tennis broadcast, so sure, tune in a little early. Not just sure what it is, but Sandy Barr was talking at some length to Hogan. And the man from St. Petersburg didn't want to wait. Reining in on him and going at it. The champ defending his title. Hacksaw Sawyer. Hogan after him into the eyes. Head slammed into the top turnbuckle. Into the midsection. Coming all the way across the ring. He's going to drop kick him and miss. The small package down to the corner, and that mistake is going to cost Hogan the fall and the match. Hogan making, quite frankly, a mistake that can be made by anyone, but as you get more successful, you make a mistake like that less often. He came after Hacksaw in the corner, was going to drop kick him, thought he was going to drop kick him into submission. So get your tickets early. In Seattle, you can make your ticket arrangements when they become available at Fidelity Lane Ticket Office. And that number is 624-4970. 624-4970. In Tacoma, tickets are available at the Custom Shirt Shop, 475-6960. Those are where the tickets available. The cards coming into your area. And there's going to be a demand for those suckers. Dizzy Hogan whipping on Tommy Rogers. Rogers ducks underneath. Flying body press. Could be it. 2 and no, but nearly. And I tell you, that was close enough to a pin. But Hogan's going to bail out. Take a little walk around the block. Hogan back in the ring. He and Rogers. Tommy Rogers from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Camera catches Hogan going to the hair. Did Sandy bar? That is the question. He truly suspects my mind is failing me as to exactly the name of the type of tights or trunks. That over-the-shoulder job, but that's a new one for Hogan. He usually wears just the regular trunks. I should know what that's called, and I can't think of it. But it is something new for Hogan, or at least since he's been to the Northwest. Hammerlock on Rogers by Hogan. And drives him between the top two turnbuckles all the way through to the ring post. The left shoulder hitting on the ring post. Bringing him out of that corner for the whip. It's reverse. And it is Hogan who goes hard into the turnbuckles. Tommy Rogers working on the stomp. Knee lift puts Hogan down. Rogers, elbow smash right to the head. Roundhouse right. And another. Hogan is down hard. Covered with a body press, but he's got his feet on the ropes. If you belong to a non-profit club or organization and you're trying to find a means of raising some money, I'll tell you one of the best moneymakers that you can get involved with, whether you're in Oregon or Washington, is to promote a professional wrestling card in your area. Takes a little bit of hard work. You got to get out, hustle those tickets, get the publicity out. A pretty good bundle can be made. If you would like more details, and there are some open dates this spring, usually we're booked at least 6 months ahead, but there are a few open dates. So please take down the phone number that I give you after this match and call, inquire about the details. Rogers in a lot of trouble against the bigger Hogan now. Hogan again in against Tommy Rogers opening our card is the first match on our card. It's the top three on the card here at the Sports Arena. Suplex hard. Hogan taking some time to pose. Will he go over after the pin now? Yes. 1, 2. Put on the rope. Stops the count. Uppercut. Rogers caught it in the throat, I think. He goes down hard. There's not much the referee can do after that blow has been given. You just warn, don't hit with the fist. Well, he already has. They generally do not stop it for hitting with the fist. A lot of wrestling matches would end in the first minute or two. If these guys get a little bit mad, then how else would you be when you get in that contact? Choking, he'll get a 4-second count to break that. As long as you break it before he gets to 5. Is he going for the full Nelson? He's got him on the ropes. He can't get it put on there. Rogers in the corner. Turnbuckle treatment into the top rope. Front headlock. Rogers with a shot to the abdomen. Backs Hogan off, but only momentarily. Body slam, yes. Hogan covers him with the body press. Does not hook the leg. It might have cost him that pinfall. By hooking the leg, you take away the power. Hey, wrapped him up. Small package, 2, and no. Hogan nearly pinned by Rogers. Elbow smash. The whip. Whoa. Count of 2 is all they can get. These two young men are going hard at each other. I predict both these guys are going to be around for a few years and attain stardom. Dizzy Hogan and Tommy Rogers. Hard into the canvas. Over the top with a victory roll. 1, 2, and he's able to get out of it. He didn't have it quite put on. Well, the bell is rung. It's a draw, but I don't know if the match is over yet. Us that watch, they've been doing it for years, and you know, I have never once gotten even a card or a letter from them. No birthday cakes. It was my anniversary, 15th anniversary here a few weeks ago. Nothing. Nothing from them. I did get a couple letters once I thought was from the bus crew because they were written in crayon, but turned out to be a preschool class that dropped a note. But they sure get us good pictures, don't they, guys? Larry Hennig being worked on by Chung Lee. Lee, martial arts master, and a lot of wrestlers are now working out in the martial arts, if that's the correct way of saying it. You cannot use any of the martial arts, with the exception of judo, in the wrestling ring. However, a few wrestlers are doing it for the discipline that it gives. And Rocky Johnson is one. He might sneak a little of it into that stretcher match that he's got coming up. He says he does not study it for use in the ring, but for the discipline it gives and the conditioning. Talk about conditioning. Larry Henning's condition would be a lot better if he took about a week off and let those bruised ribs heal. Instead of that, he is meeting the contract that he signed to fight Chung in tonight's card. And right about now is probably wishing he hadn't gone ahead. The doctor's choice told him they would excuse him from the match because of the injury. Reverse on the whip. Chung hard in the corner, but Curt Hennig unable to follow up. Whoa. Stuck a knee into the ribs. Chung with a knee drop again across that rib cage. Dropped him across the knees, the ribs hitting. He's going up to the top turnbuckle. Going to try to smear him from up there. And flying body press. Hit him, but Hennig turns him over with a small package, and Hennig wins it. Hennig pinned him, and he looked to be out of it. And it looked to be all over. The most popular wrestler ever in the Northwest. You've got to be more popular than Roddy Piper was. You've got to be more popular than the great Lonnie Mean. Jimmy Snuka had super popularity. But I don't think anyone got as popular as fast as that man in the ring, Hacksaw Sawyer. The youngest ever Pacific Northwest heavyweight champion, and a few people are saying maybe one of the best ever. Well, we'll see. He's held that title for a few months. Well, referee Sandy Barr makes his way through the crowd. And we will get our final match underway. I think we will. Must be some security problem. He's talking to a couple of the security guards. Stand the man Stasiak. The man. Oh, I tell you, he's been on top. He's come to the Northwest because he's chosen the Northwest as his home, as his place to retire. And doing the announcing, I have forgotten there weren't any introductions. Here's Dapper Dutch.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to excuse my tardiness. We have a 7 1/4 inch wall in the dressing room. Johnson just tried to go through the wall to get at Borne. That's why I'm late. And we do have a problem back there. We're going to have to fix the wall. Please, gentlemen, after this is over, we may need some security help. This is your television main event, one fall to a finish. Introducing first, from New York City at 271 pounds, the former World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion of the world, the Crusher, Stan the Man Stasiak. And his opponent, at 228 pounds, one of the youngest men ever to hold the Pacific Coast Heavyweight Champion, your Pacific Coast Heavyweight Champion, the Hacksaw Sawyer. One fall to a PD tournament.
Young Hacksaw Sawyer. Borne and Rose are both
on a hit list, if you will, of Rocky Johnson. But Rocky's not hiring somebody to take care of it for him. Drop kick. Stasiak goes flying. The man was king of Madison Square Garden for 10 years. He may have had more main events there than anybody in the history of the Garden. We'll have to do some researching on that someday. He made his bundle, and now he's, in a way, starting to settle down. He's in wrestling because he loves the sport. Quite a hockey player, too, as a young man. Received some offers to go into pro hockey. Talking to Stasiak. But he was able to make bigger money faster in pro wrestling. Side headlock and a punch out of it. Stand the man. Through the ropes and like Pete Rose on a head first slide into third base. He bounced off the floor. Good camera work there, wandering off into areas of non-light, which is sometimes called darkness. Getting the picture for you. Turnbuckle treatment. Stomping away. Down again on the floor. Turnbuckle treatment again, down hard. Hacksaw Sawyer. And we must be having some trouble in the outer fringes here. We've got security cards. I think part of the problem is that they are back at the dressing room doors, making sure that Johnson does not come out of his dressing room and try to break in to where Rose and Borne are. You've heard Savage say he's tried to go through the wall. Oh, looked like the hard punch was going to be delivered. Hacksaw blocked it and came back for the drop kick. Sawyer from St. Petersburg, Florida. It's kind of interesting. He broke into business through his older brother, Buzz Sawyer. And Buzz is now campaigning down in the southeast. And it used to be Buzz's brother, Hacksaw. Well, no longer. It is now Buzz Sawyer. Buzz Sawyer is the brother of Hack Sawyer, the Northwest champ. Stan Stasiak with the armbar. Stasiak stomping and popping. Out of the side headlock. The world champion, Ric Flair, coming in very short time, about a week and a half. And coming up in May, the eighth wonder of the world. One of the most fantastic sights I've ever seen in the wrestling ring, Andre the Giant. Hacksaw, who you see in the ring here, is virtue of holding the Northwest title, gets the shot against Flair in Seattle. Ric Flair, the most colorful heavyweight champ we've had in a long time, if not ever. Dandy bar getting from every side of the ring. But Stasiak was breaking the rules. So he made him break the hold. Claw hold base of the neck. Stasiak stomping on young Sawyer. Body slam. Trying for the pin. He did not get it. Hacksaw got it. Hacksaw got a shoulder up. Stasiak did not.
Pardee.
222 pounds from California, just back from a tour of Europe, Colt. His opponent in this corner, 228 pounds from San Francisco, Pardee.
That's Steve Pardee in the blue, ladies and gentlemen. The other guy in the Technicolor, whatever it is Mr. Christopher Colt from the planet Pluto. I don't believe that jacket. And whatever, is that a growth on his legs, or are those wrestling types?
Well, I was told you designed his outfit.
KG Chris Colt, your referee for this evening's bout, National Wrestling Association official, Mr. Luke Brown. Well, Mr. Colt has come back to the Northwest, and he's as flamboyant, even more so than he was when he was here before. It should be quite a bout, Chuck. For the fans that...
Already.
Colt just slapped Pardee in the kisser, and Pardee tore half his Christmas tree off there, it looks like.
He's better get his outfit off, or he's not going to have much left. We're ready to roll here.
Don't let that garb fool you. All those star spangles and whatever it is he's got hanging on him. Chris Colt's been in this business about 16 years. And he's nobody to be taken lightly. He's already started on the crowd, and the crowd started on him. Hey, Colt says. He's a crafty veteran of the ring. Pardee better get on his horse and get in there and do something in a hurry, because Colt will get him if he doesn't. There's ringside Rosie. She just stuck out a rather promiscuous tongue at Mr. Colt. There's a crisscross at full speed. Pardee gets out of the way. Oh, look out! Oh! Pardee going to work right away on that right leg, left leg of Chris Colt. For the benefit of you fans that are just tuning in, My friend and I are doing what we can tonight. My small way, I'm trying to do the color for the program. We dearly miss Frank Bonema, who is the young gentleman you saw at the beginning of the show, one of the greatest directors we've ever had in the Northwest, Mr. Chuck Grindell. And Chuck, I'm glad you're here tonight because I could have never done this without you.
I can't believe that. But thank you very, very much, Dutch.
Coming up. On this man's arm. You see Chris hook that leg in there under his arm socket there? He'll straighten that arm out and put the pressure on that elbow joint. Yeah, Rowdy Piper in the main event on October 13th against nobody else but the infamous Playboy Buddy Rose returning from New York City. The reason being the fans asked for this.
So this is a fan bout?
The fans requested. We put out a flyer on who they would like to see wrestle in the Pacific Northwest if they had their druthers. Everybody voted for Piper #1, and the one they wanted to see him kick the stuffing out was Playboy Buddy Rose, and we're bringing him back one more time.
Bringing him back from Madison Square Garden, Dutch?
Right. Piper will be coming back from Atlanta and North Carolina and Florida.